again, the Global School for Social Leaders is, we specialize in consulting and education, and especially in communication, marketing, and designing consulting and education. And why purpose driven? Well, basically because our field of expertise is sustainability, social impact, climate related issues, and especially leadership. So if someone here works on those topics, well, you are in the correct place, because we are specialized in those topics. If not, don't worry. The session will be also helpful for you, because is, I mean, at the end, digital tools applies for any kind of any type of content or any type of specialization. So it will be helpful for you. So feel free to tag us in case you want to take some pictures or take some videos. Feel free to tag us. We will reshare it. In case you are also working in your social media, we reach more than 100,000 persons throughout of social media. So we'll be happy to reshare whatever you share. Okay, thank you. And okay, let's start again a little bit with the why this digital tool comes as a really relevant topic today, and why we are targeting and focusing on this specific area. And for that, I need to go backward, back in time, and explain you a little bit what is the Global School and why we started. Because at the end, Global School is also a business, it's also a consulting organization. So we're facing the same challenges like you. We're facing the same problem like you, that is disruptive digitalization. Okay. So a little bit about how we started. We started in 2010, and we started as a magazine, and also as a research spot where any person, any professional, especially PhD students and researchers, want to publish about development, about sustainable development and international development. So we start as a magazine. So this allow us also to get into how it works, the magazine and the publication industry, and especially in the digital world. So this allows to understand how to move a publication into the digital world. So that's our start. Eventually, we jumped in 2012, organizing seminars and educational trips. This also allows to design and explore good educational and consulting products that can fit our already community, which was being built in the magazine and in the research. Afterwards, in 2014, we start to explore new products and new services. We start to explore seminars, workshops, volunteer programs. And it was really great because even though that we didn't consider the volunteer programs, at the end, or community or clients were asking for this. It was a really huge demand on impact traveling and purpose-driven tourism, let's say it that way. So we start to incorporate volunteer solution or volunteer programs into our portfolio of services. And in 2017, we jump a little bit from, we are far away already from the volunteer programs, because we start to specialize more in consulting itself. So we start to create more specialized workshops and more specialized consulting. And also we start our first annual event, big event, which is the Purpose Driven Leaders Awards. Which was launched the first time in 2017. So as you may see, we were already building up from 2010 a lot of consulting and educational products throughout these years. And of course, at some point, we depend so much on the offline activities, because we never focus our expertise and our services in the online sphere, but we focus our services in the offline. So we depend so much on the calendar. We on summer we were actually fully packed of students and participants and professionals who want to join the program. So this was basically what was going on before the COVID, right? But of course, when the COVID hits, we uh, suddenly face, as you might already also experienced it, a disruptive digitalization. So what's next? Now we need to move everything what we have built so far into the online sphere. But the main challenge we found on the way is that we depend so much on the offline expertise we already built. So from 2020, all the partners and consultants and experts we were working with, we just decided, guys, we are not ready for moving online. We are not ready. I think we don't have the expertise, we don't have the digital platform, neither the infrastructure. But of course, we want to keep providing value to you. So throughout this 2020, we start to talk with more than 50 consultants facing the same issue like us. Not only partners, but also friends, consulting friends. So we ask them, hey guys, what are your challenges? How you are adapting? How you are moving? How you are pivoting into this digital sphere? And then we realized that it was already so complex, the sphere of the digital learning sphere, or let's say ecosystem, that actually for many of the consultants out there was already disadvantaged to decide in which kind of a specific field or a specific part of the educational or consulting industry they need to focus on. So we realized that there was already a lot of infrastructure and solutions built, but also there was already a complexity on the tools available to not only design, market, communicate, but also deliver their consulting and educational solutions. So it was already so complex already before, but 2020 was like a boom. Too many options, too many things to try, too many apps, too many softwares, too many things, right? So for us, it was 2020 was a year of learning and testing and researching and finding what's going on, where this industry is heading. As I told you, we speak with we were talking with more than 50 consultants. I think a little bit more, but I just want to close up with 50 consultants, and we asked them these three questions. First of all, what is the core value of your business? I mean, regardless of the digitalization, what is the core value of your consulting and educational business? And they replied this. The main core value of their businesses are international presence, that they have also good reputation, they have intellectual property, for example, those consulting services that they already offer certifications, or they have some really powerful blueprint, which actually is the main value of them. And also personal connection means that they already have a really large network already built. Personal branding, I mean, those persons who invest so much on personal branding that actually they are only selling their name, not actually the products themselves. And of course, at the end is also great content. I mean, they have really beautiful consulting and educational products to offer. Also, of course, that is a professional experience, that they are professional already. They are not junior consultants, they are already experienced consultants. They build also collaboration and partnerships, which allow them to not only being alone in the middle of the jungle, but actually relied also in collaborations. And of course, the last one is that they also relied in high-paying clients. So that was according to them, was the core value of the consulting business. And now, jumping to the next question, we ask them, what are your most pressing challenges? And these are the answers. The first one, of course, is the economic contraction. All of us, consultants and educators, need to face a hard truth, which actually is that the economy is slowing down, and there are not so much a big budget available, neither in companies, neither in governments, neither in private consumers, to invest in consulting and education. Also, we need to be competing against cheap online education, right? Right now, you can find cheap online education for 10 euros, 20 euros. Well, it's so much availability of cheap online education, right? Also, the complex digital transition. Many of of our consultants, they of course they use digital tools, but they never use it in this level of complexity where they need to move all the process from zero uh, to have the client already satisfied, let's say that way. In the last part of the funnel, well, it was too many options and they never find a really powerful digital solution for that. Also, I mean, saying this, there are different digital solutions which actually make it also more complex. Nowadays, I mean, just a really, really general question. We use in average 10 apps or 10 tools for our daily work. However, these tools are increasing and increasing and increasing, right? We start like with 5 tools like 1 year ago. Now we're going 10, maybe we'll go 15. But the point here is that is micromanagement, which actually is reducing your productivity at the end. Also, poor communication. I mean, you are also know it that with with the complexity of social media, dealing with algorithms, dealing with ads, dealing with making videos and banners and illustrations and live streaming and everything, all this noise which actually is out there on internet. Well, suddenly we need to start to learn how to do it, and these highlight the part of why actually never invest in a good communication. So also poor consulting delivery. And basically because now they need to do it online and they don't have the tools to deliver consulting and education online. So this is was one of the hardest parts. And just going really quickly, this engaged network, basically that now with communication 100% online, you can establish meaningful communication. And also, I mean, just really quick on this, Zoom fatigue and burnout, I think was one of the last ones that they answered, because at the end of the year, I mean, at the end of the 2020, the consultants were following up. They were already tired of the Zoom thing. They were already tired of also dealing with too many digital tools, right? So at the end, they also start to burn out. And when what the last question that we asked these consultants is what solutions can solve all these problems you are facing, and it was really interesting because they want cheaper, of course, cheaper digitalization, but that was not the most important thing. They don't want only cheaper digitalization, but actually they want, and this is I want to highlight this, they want to redesign and rethink and come up with new content and services. So this is a really interesting part because actually digitalization is complex, but they want actually change the main uh, um, the main services or the main products they are offering. So they need to face the part of the need to update their offers. And of course, trying to build meaningful network, go international, because with the power of the being online, you cannot only work in with your local market, but also you can go international. And of course, that's the part of the international clients, right? And just closing up with this, what solutions consultants want to have is collaborations, templates, resources, business opportunities, and the most important, I think, will be a better digital presence. Right now, it's also really complex because there is a huge fight out there on the internet to just being on the top of the news, on the top of the feed, on the top of all the platforms. I have been in Clubhouse. I don't know if you know Clubhouse. Give me a second. Thank you. I don't know if you know Clubhouse, but Clubhouse is a new platform where a lot of consultants are migrating because they cannot compete anymore on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Twitter, or other platforms. And they are just jumping to Clubhouse, which is actually an audio drop app. Well, these are really great because the digital presence there is starting from scratch. So there's a really huge fight and battle over there going on to build up a digital presence because it's a new network. Well, saying this, and a lot of persons, a lot of good consultants are facing this part or finding the network or finding the niche channel where they can focus their energy. Okay, so what also found after this research, after this year of struggling with digitalization, of moving your consulting business online, is that we summarize in three basic pillars, which actually we call it the three pillars of a great consultant. The first pillar, we call it that a good consultant has to be able to design valuable solutions, which actually is redesigning your products and services. The second pillar is powerful communication, means that you need to be able also to connect with your clients. And that doesn't mean that you need to be just shouting and screaming all over social media, but actually trying to find a niche and in the, sorry, building up a powerful message with the correct clients. So this is the second pillar. And the third pillar is that you need to deliver effective solutions. And that doesn't mean that you need to use complex tools. Actually, you need to build a full experience since you are delivering your consulting or your services till after the delivery. So this is kind of the three pillars we kind of summarize and we frame it. After saying these three pillars, also we find a complexity of tools available for each one of them. Each pillar have hundreds of tools, but we start to explore all the tools available which actually can fit the best in each one. So we come up with this great matrix. And if you can see it right now, we divide this matrix in quadrants of expensive good ratings and cheap bad ratings. Uh, just a little bit context of this. uh, Cheap doesn't mean that it's better, right? Cheap sometimes is extremely basic. And if you are full with cheap tools, sometimes you end up with a more complex solution, right? And expensive, which actually is powerful, well, right now is actually unaffordable for many, for mainly of the consultants. So only super high paid and expensive and super experienced consulting firms can afford these digital solutions. And ratings means those starts that actually are available for any user that can rate these tools. The bad ratings, we use these criteria, which actually is complex to use the tool, that there have too many bugs, means that something is not working, is not clicking, it's something that is not working properly with the tool. And the third one is that they don't have support. You need to send an email, you need to build a ticket, they reply you in 2 or 3 days, or they reply you within 1 week. So this is kind of the criteria for the bad ratings tools. And the good ratings, I mean, totally the opposite, right? They are easy to use, they are smooth, which means that they don't have any problems, but well, there is no perfect tool, but they don't have many problems. And also they have available support, right? So let's start with the first tool over here. And just quick also note that we are not including all the tools we found because we'll be like a 1 week session, but we are going just to give you a few. Okay, let's start with the first one. Please put a emoji if you know the Flow E. Nope. Flow E. Okay, Flow E is a really remember that we are first in the part of the first pillar, which is great products and services. Flow E is a really great productivity app, which is like a, let's say, Trello style, but it's actually more simple, more interactive, and actually super affordable. It's free, but even in the paid version, it is less than €5. So this is one of the tools that we found our consultants start to like it a lot, which start to see if how they interact with them with the tool, and actually they really love it. Next one, SendKit. Please, emoji who knows SendKit. Okay, if you don't know SendKit, it's a really, really beautiful tool, which actually is also a productivity and let's say project management tool. Our consultants also love it. It was a really, really easy to use tool and also really affordable. The next one, ClickUp. Okay, ClickUp is also one of the tools that our consultants love. And the ClickUp is also a project management tool, but with so much simplicity that makes it extremely easy to use for any kind of person. So it was really, really high, good rated. And it was also really, really cheap. But again, they are super simple tools, which actually everybody loves it, but they are not so powerful. They are so limited on what they can do. The next one is Slack, and actually was the favorite app of today's session. And Slack is a communication tool which helps to just keep organizing your team communication, but also your internal communication. So if you don't know it, just go and test it. Slack, everybody loves Slack. The next one is Basecamp. Basecamp is also a project management, but also a communication tools. Everybody also love this Basecamp when they are organizing all their work, right? And not only for designing a consulting services, but also to delivery a consulting service. So Basecamp was one of the best ones we found that the consultants use. Trello, well, Trello, I think everybody knows Trello, which actually is kind of the tool who pioneered the part of the Kanbanized task. It's a task management and project management tool, which helps you to work in blocks and work in columns. So it's really great. Everybody loves Trello and is cheap, is affordable in their free version. And of course, it becomes expensive if you want to link it to another apps and with another solutions. Notion. Notion is, let's say, the new Wikipedia. It's a great way to design your projects, and it works in folders. It works like in wikis. It's really, really great tool. I also recommend you to check Notion. Is really great. However, yeah, I will say that it's a little bit a learning curve to get it 100% clear. And Airtable is also one of the project management and productivity tools that our consultants start to love it. Airtable is also really easy to use tool. Now it's coming the part that they are becoming extremely a little bit more expensive. Once we go north in the north right, it's becoming more expensive. As you may see, there is a pattern. uh, the most expensive is the higher rating. So Airtable is really great, but also it becomes a little bit more expensive. Sort is a really project management also and a productivity tool that is built up in your Gmail. So basically in your Gmail, once you open your inbox, instead of popping up your emails or your inbox, actually you have a Kanbanized project management tool where you can work within your Gmail. So this is a really great tools also we found that the consultants love. Workplace.com is actually this tool from Facebook. Facebook launched this workplace, I think, 2 years ago. And before COVID was free. But from COVID onwards, now there is already, that you need to pay for it. You can test it, but you need to pay for it. It's really great tool. Why? Because everybody knows how to use Facebook. So they built a Facebook for working. And actually, people or consultants just love to be there in on Facebook. So therefore, it's really to use this workplace tool. But the problem, of course, is that now it's getting more expensive. Now you don't pay anymore. Let's say full use of the app, but you pay per user. So in case you have teams or in case you have collaborators, it becomes really hard, really unaffordable. Asana, everybody knows Asana, right? It's the same like a Trello, but the beauty of Asana is that it's getting also really more attractive in within startups. So if you are working in more tech related projects, I think Asana, you will love it. So this is kind of the apps that we found are the best ones within the great design products and services. This is for designing your own work, to being productive, to being efficient, to have a proper order when you are designing your consulting services. And okay, the last one, Monday. I think if you use Facebook or LinkedIn, maybe you have seen an ad which actually says Monday.com. Well, Monday is really great tool, and they're investing so much in marketing, and it's super simple, and you can apply it in many ways possible. However, it's super expensive, so it's really great, but also expensive. And that's all. Now we're gonna jump to the tools for powerful communication. Communication, I mean, it's really broad concept, but we're gonna focus on the apps that help for digital communication, either for managing your social media, but also managing your internal and teams communication. Okay, so let's start really quick. Contactzilla is one of the tools that consultants also love it because this allows you to gather and sync all the contacts you have throughout your social media and your phone and your Gmail and your Hotmail and every account possible you have out there, and just compact them and sync them in one single database. This database, once you have it clear, updated, it becomes exportable version that you can bring to your CRM or to your Gmail or whatever you want to do. So it's really, really great tool. Once you have a lot of contacts spread all over internet or your social media, Contactzilla brings them and just sync them together. It's really great. Buffer is a social media app, super simple to use. So Buffer is one of the also that people love it and is still affordable. Email Hunter, in case you are working in B2B, let's say that your clients, consulting clients are companies, and you want to find email from a specific company, Email Hunter allows you to find this email. Now, there is a controversy in the email hunter because a lot of persons say that it's not GDPR compliant because basically you are just mining email, but actually email hunter find emails that are publicly published on the web. So I think email hunter still is safe to use. Active Campaign for email campaigning. Soho is a really great tool for managing also your communication, internal communication, but also your project management tool. It's really good. However, I mean, it's not the best one so far, but it's also a good one. Nimble is also a CRM, but also project management tool, which actually helps also to organize all your communication and social media and put it in one single platform. So this is a really great tool also to use, and it's really well rated. Close.com is also a really great tool, which actually allows you to rank your communications and your relationships in one single platform. For example, if you have a contact or a potential client that you have never, that you have not contacted in the last 2 or 3 months, this app tells you, hey, this contact is getting called. Send them a friendly email, send them a how are you email, send them, I don't know, something to keep the communication and the relationship going on. So close.com allows you to actually improve your professional networking in a more smart way. So close.com is a good app. Slick.ai is also a good digital tool which allows you to verify emails. And this works really well for all of those who are collecting emails in your website or collecting emails in your forms or wherever you are collecting emails. I mean, right now, I think 50% of our emails are bounce, are garbage, are not working. So you're actually collecting or you are keeping bad emails. So Slick.aa helps you to verify if those emails exist and they are valid. HotSuite is a project management tool to sorry, is a social media management tool who helps you as well. However, it's already a little bit expensive. So this is a really great tool, but it's already expensive. The next one is Bitrix 24. Actually, we use this tool. Bitrix 24 is really a powerful tool. However, it's too expensive. There is a free version, but actually it's really simple. And the next version, which actually is a paid version, a premium version, it jumps already to the 20 or 30 euros a month. So basically, if you compare it with the rest, it's expensive. The next one is GetResponse, which actually is a great tool to build websites, but also having email campaigns and website campaigns all the time, working all the time. So this is a really great tool also. Consultants find it super helpful. And at the end, we have HubSpot. I don't know if you know HubSpot, but HubSpot.com is one of the most popular communication platforms out there, but it's also really powerful in terms of integrations. There are hundreds of integrations that link to HubSpot. So HubSpot is one of the most powerful one, but also is super expensive. HubSpot. There is a free version of HubSpot, but once you kind of explore the free version of HubSpot, the next service that they offer you is up to 200, 300 euros per month. So it's really a little bit unaffordable for a regular consultant. This is the last one, don't worry. The last pillar is memorable experiences, which means how you can conduct and deliver your consulting services or your educational services online. So, of course, we are using one of them, which is Zoom. Zoom is one of the most frequent and useful tools. Everybody already knows how to use Zoom. But let's start with the cheap ones, which actually is Skype. Skype is still used. If you think that the Skype is already lost and forgotten, no, Skype is still being used across the world. So Skype is still available and it's free.
It
And
got better too.
sorry,
It got better too.
and
You
it
know,
got
it improved.
exactly, and it's getting better. The Skype is getting better, and the best thing is that right now, because of Microsoft Teams, is also getting popular out there. There will be some point where Skype and Microsoft Teams will be fully integrated. So I think Skype is about to jump into the next sphere of good ratings. So I think they are just waiting the momentum. The next one is Jamboard. Well, Jamboard is the free mind map of Google, where you can draw and make collaboration images within the Google tools. Well, it's super simple, but yeah, it's not powerful. The next one is Slido. Everybody knows Slido if you have been in a big conference, which actually is a tool where you can interact with your audience. So you can make wording, you can make quizzes, you can make questions, polls. So Slido is a really, really, really good tool. Everybody loves Slido, and it's cheap. Okay. Next one, MindMeister. MindMeister is a really great tool to make mind maps, and it's still, I mean, exists before as mindmaps.com, but now they changed the name and now they are MindMeisters. And now they are actually investing a lot in catching up with the rest of the tools. So MindMeister is one of the best tools that you can try to also deliver your consulting. The next one is Meet, Google Meet, which actually is the same as Zoom, but within the Google services. There are a lot of limitations with Meet, and this is some of the things that people hate from Meet. First, in Meet, it's still not possible send private messages among participants. You can already make breakout rooms like in Zoom, but it's still hard to get it as in Zoom, like in Zoom. So Meet is catching up again with Zoom or with the rest of the tools, but still, it's still no there. Whereby is really great tool, and it's great tool because it allows you to embed your video conference or your video meeting within a web page. So basically, you can use your own branding tool, video conference tool, within your web page. Let's say that instead of asking you go and jump into Zoom to join this meeting, we ask you join our web page and join our video meeting. So that's also really interesting way to deliver a better consulting services, educational services. The next one is Mural. We also use mural.com because it's a really great collaborative tool to make exercises, to make quizzes, to make brainstorming, etc. So it's really great tool. Everybody loves Mural, and it's not so expensive yet. It's getting more expensive, but right now it's not so expensive. Zoom, of course, is one of the most popular apps out there, and is also kind of affordable. But once you start to see like in a in a long term, you want to invest a lot on. If you depend so much on Zoom, it's getting more expensive nowadays. Miro is the same as Mural. Is a collaboration tool which help you to make online collaboration and brainstorming. The next one is WebEx. WebEx is one of the most amazing video conferencing tools. It's really great, super reliable. However, is extremely expensive. So I will not go into detail on this one, but yeah, I think it's for really huge consulting firms. And as well, Bluescape is the same as WebEx. Is a great video conferencing tool, but also really complex. Sorry, really expensive. So well, I also shared with you. Okay, so far, I think right now we just cover the some of the tools. However, I will give the chance to you to help to add some of the favorite tools into this also matrix. So someone want to share a tool which actually is missing over there that you have tested and you can recommend it? Hello. No one? Some tools that you can recommend?
I think you already mentioned several ones. Slido, I've used
We have
Slido.
one hand raised. Go on. Sorry, I cannot see your name, but Winnie.
Hi. Like what I'm a bit missing, so like just a question, like to put into it, like Big Blue Button tools, like I don't know if you know, like the open source tools in it. Like that is something what I miss a bit, like in just like the tools what you mentioned. That is like something what I experienced in several like kind of communication hackathons way. That is something I would say, like it's cheap because it's open source, like, but then it's what means open source if you have to host it and all that stuff, like it's also like kind of complicated than another, like all like the gaming platform like Discord. Yeah, like that too, but at least I would like to share.
Right. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, we aren't including source code here, but definitely there are too many out there. Actually, the platform of edX, I don't know if anyone have used or be in the courses offered by edX, but the edX is an open source platform. So basically, you can just download the code and just build up your own edX. So yeah, but yeah, the challenge, as Winnie says, is the complexity of managing all this infrastructure, digital infrastructure, which actually is at the end is a little bit more expensive. So yeah, I mean, this is one of the tools. Someone else, sorry, Mars, you were talking. What is the other tools you wanted to add? Hello. Okay, another tool. Uh, if I go backwards in powerful communication, do you have any other tool that you can recommend here? Nope. Just feel free to unmute and jump in case you want to just say it. But let's go a little bit backward, and then we jump to the what is your productivity and management tool which actually helps you to be more productive and design your work much better. There is one there that I'm missing. Someone? Nope. Okay. Well, I think we have covered kind of the most basic tools. I mean, we are not going into detail, neither we are covering too many because yeah, it's already so much. But just kind of to close it up, I mean, digital tools are like marriages. There are no perfect tools. There are only tools that you get familiar with. So I think this is one of the findings, most important findings we saw that there are persons who still use Skype because they are just familiar with, you know, and they are not willing to jump into Zoom or or let's say other easy to use tool because they are just so familiar with. And saying this, I want to give the space to Alejandro. Alejandro, are you there? Okay, okay. I will give you the space to Alejandro because Alejandro is sharing his experience exactly like this, with the transition from being familiar with tools to jumping into the exploring the complexity of the tools. Alejandro, I'll give you the microphone.
Thank you, Roberto, and thank you, everybody that is listening to us. For the last 30 years up until September 2020, when Roberto asked me to come to collaborate with the Global School, I was a traditional, especially consultant and manager in human resources and organizational transformation. But I was using, you know, the normal flip chart with paper, looking at the people, at their faces, and transferring knowledge person to person, face to face. I mean, at that time, we didn't use any technology and any other tool that you contact with directly with people. So when I joined Roberto, the Global School, so he showed me a new world. At the beginning, I was totally astonished because it's like you driving a normal car, they give you a Formula One car and he say, drive it. And you know, wow, what can I do? and the point is that these guys like Roberto, that they were born in the digital world, while I am an immigrant of the digital world. They want everything fast, you know, push there, push here, you know, everything is quickly and fast. And it took me sometimes at the beginning to understand the logic and the intuitiveness that there is with these tools. But it's amazing. It's very interesting. If you're willing to learn this transition, I mean, we have to do it because anyway, the technology is not the future, it is the present, especially now that everything has been pushed by COVID-19. So there is no way back. Now we have to keep learning. And as he mentioned, you have so many tools and they are innovating every day. So this transition is better to do it right now. It's better to have your best approach and your best willingness to learn, because this is a very interesting amazing world where productivity is going to be increased by using these tools. And there is a huge area where we have to learn even to not to face people, to look at the camera, to change our hands in a different way, even to use the language, even in the type of language that we use when you make the transition to this digital world is something completely different. It's a big challenge, but it's an amazing challenge that we have to do, and we better do it right now. Roberto, just let me know, because you told me 7 minutes, and that please stop me if I am just going, if I am
It's okay.
using my limit of time, okay?
It's okay. Actually, that gives me the chance to just ask, because I think the next phrase I will put in the next presentation will be the one you just said, that like they give you a Formula One, and once you have been driving
A Volkswagen,
a
a
Volkswagen
VW.
your whole life, right?
Exactly, exactly. It's the same. It's the same. You don't know what to do at the beginning. You don't know what to do. You don't know how to handle these, keys and all the names and all these new language. But it is interesting, and we must do it. There is no other option. That's why I encourage you people to go ahead and keep trying. That's what I'm doing. I'm not going back, and I'm going to keep learning and improving my skills and getting better at this, because I want to keep doing consulting. And this is the best way to do. I have a great content because I have a particular methodology, but I have to use this new tool to make a memorable delivery. Otherwise, it's not going to work. I mean, otherwise, we are going to be out of the market. And the only way to be competitive is making the transition as soon as possible and ride the horse, and go to the new field and to the new era of being with the digital, becoming digital, but not letting to be human. This is a very interesting point, because the digital, to get everything digitized, you cannot lose the human touch of meeting people, facing people, and talking to people, and helping people to this new learning and to solve the problems in their organizational problems. So thank you guys for giving me the opportunity. Thank you, Roberto, for giving me the opportunity, for giving me.
Thank you, Alejandro, for sharing, and we are super honored to be working with you throughout these months and seeing your way to digitalization, which actually is not easy. It's really complex. So I totally understand it. And well, just to finish, guys, the Global School for Social Leaders offers this, I'll help you through this path, and saying all these experience and research and findings. We are trying to help consultants like Alejandro and other consultants trying to move online. So we come up with these three 10 solutions that actually we invite you to test it for free with us. So in case you are a consultant or educator working on sustainability, transformation, um, climate related issues, well, or innovation, you are welcome to join us, because this is for free. So we are giving all these 10 benefits for free. So please, guys, at the end of this talk, if you want to know how to get them, how to test them, and if it's working for you or not, I think we'll be happy to give you more details about giving you all these 10 benefits, which actually is building your website, having chat support and also online support at the time, having network community, give you productivity tools, help you with your promotion, social media and video promotionals, having your service landing web pages, building up your sales and CRM system and your sales funnel, teach you how to and give you the tools to make email marketing, and give you access to learn how to deliver your online consulting, your consulting services online. We use Zoom and Mural, but actually we have learned to do it really great. So we use those tools that we like it. And the best of this is that we help you all through all your journey, and with the strategy reports, which actually it helps you to define if you are succeeding or not. So guys, I will be glad to talk to you in case you are interested in getting to know more about this. And is free for 30 days. And in case you is working and you see results, you can start a membership with us from €1 a day. And just really quick how it works. Within the next 30 days, in case you want to test or digital solutions, it will be like this way. We start to design your service. In case you are selling, let's say, consulting services or workshops related with innovation and business management, or branding and communication, well, we go through you and we start to design it, to move it, to present it online in an online version of it. So we start to help you to design a better service, and then we start to build up the digital infrastructure you need from that. Since the web page, landing page, contact forms, email marketing campaign, tracking system, and all these digital infrastructure in an easy way, we help you to do it. Also start to design your content. Content means that you need to be able to write your blog, write your articles for your blog, make your own videos, produce your own web podcast, make your own emails, and how to deliver good emails. And all these content you need to be doing in the online version till you start to connect with your potential clients. And then in the third week, we help you also to negotiate better with your potential clients, either companies or either individuals or association or organizations. We help you to negotiate better with them. And in the final week, the week 4, you can already see results, either having new clients or trying to redesign again the strategy to get to know what was grown on the way. So we invite you to try it for free. And yeah, with this, I close it up. Thank you so much, guys. In case you have questions, please feel free to ask questions. And yeah, thank you, guys. Hello, hello. Questions over there?